Hello, David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. So about a year ago, a designer named Hugo, who has a company called Atelier Estorninho, right there, Atelier Estorninho, got in touch with me because he had been watching my channel, watching my reviews of clothes, and he had said that he had designed a shirt based off of my inspiration, what I've talked about, the slightly more fitted athletic cut, the kind of shorter, the taper, even the higher biceps that kind of fit well, but also the fact that I love toweling, but that some of the toweling out there is a little bit thick, so you can't wear it during the hot weather. And he had watched all these reviews, me talking about it, not so much complaining, but analyzing, maybe even wishing. And he came up with the Zaritsky shirt. He asked my permission to name it after me. And of course I said yes. And many of you purchased it. And yes, of course, there's links below. But he and I started to talk. And this is what happens when you build a relationship. And we thought, my gosh, these things are so comfortable, and they're not fashion items. They're style. They're classic pieces that, frankly, they can stand the test of time, but they can also be used. And I started wearing my Zaritsky shirt like everywhere. It was my go-to shirt. It had nothing to do with the name Zaritsky. It's because it was kind of my perfect shirt. The way it was designed, the feel of it, the hand, the fit, the function, everything. And I said, you know something, what I would love to see is this type of fabric, this type of cut in a cardigan. Something I can just grab, head to the office, go on a plane, be comfortable, maybe a cool night by a beach. And yes, I still wanted it in that lovely terry toweling. Well, guess what Hugo did? He designed, in collaboration with me, the Zaritsky cardigan. Now, this isn't a cardigan that I've just picked up somewhere. This has been hand designed and it's here right now. And I'm going to try it on. Now, I've just worn something very simple, pair of Uniqlo pants. I've worn the Sunspell Sea Island. Love this thing. V-neck, very comfortable, very classic, because I really want the cardigan to stand out. Now, couple things real quick. We always do this, so we got to do it here too. I am a size 41, 42, probably more like a 42, 31, 32-inch waist, and this is a size small. The reason I say that is so you can see what the size smalls look on me. By the way, just paired it with a very simple brown-faced watch, because I'm getting some island vibes here. But check this out. This is the Zaritsky cardigan, very proud to say that, in navy. Now I'm going to step back for a moment so you can see this in all its glory. All right. Now, one thing that you're probably seeing right now is the pockets. These aren't like patch pockets that stand out. They're actually built in. They're built into the cardigan because they lay a little bit more flat against it. And I love that about it. The other aspect I wanted to show you with the cardigan is that this is a very deep navy. It's almost like a midnight navy, but you can see right here the terry. This is not a very heavy terry. This is a relatively thin terry. And the reason I specifically wanted to keep it in this thin terry like the Zaritsky shirt is because I wanted the Zaritsky cardigan to be something that I could wear in the warmer weather. Spring, yes, even summer in the cool mornings that we have, and also on a plane. Sometimes the nature of planes today, they fluctuate in heat, in temperature, and humidity. And I wanted something that you could almost throw on like a blanket, really nice, almost oversized, you're going to notice, shawl. And, you can see on some other cardigans that I have, and maybe what you have, a kind of a thinner shawl. This is an oversized shawl for a lot of reasons, but let's check out the arms on this. Okay, very nice. No bat wings here. All right. It's, again, fitted. It's very fitted. And because of that, I'm wearing a size small, which fits me like a shirt. If I wanted to go up a size to a medium, it might fit me more like a roomy cardigan, which I might vie for. But in all transparency, I have had this cardigan for 2 months. I know, best kept secret. But the reason I even mention that is because this has been something that I've worn often. I brought it to the beach, and now this small has broken in. So it's not as tight as it was on me before. You can see kind of the break below. I don't button the top button. I don't button the bottom button. But you can see that this may be a tighter fit than some of you would consider. To me, I'm also loving the ribbed here on the sleeves. Very, very nice. Looks the part. For both of us, for Hugo and I, we wanted to make something not only that we could be proud of, but something that was still attuned to bond me and something that could also relate to you, which is why we chose this color. But not to be outdone, let's say, David, I've got a bunch of navy cardigans, or I like the navy cardigan, but it is the spring, it is the summer. I may want a somewhat lighter color. Well, here we go. Boom. Ivory. And a gorgeous ivory. It's not a white. It's like that cream ivory color that you would see on Sean Connery's jacket in Goldfinger. Maybe that was a bit of an inspiration. By the way, one thing I haven't talked about are these beautiful buttons here. And again, we're going to leave lots of links and details down below, but beautiful brown buttons, absolutely gorgeous. There is the tag that we have. And I love this. Zaritsky inspired, Portugal made. Zaritsky inspired, fit, feel, function, my lifestyle, because my lifestyle, I believe, is in tune to a lot of your lifestyles because we live the Bond lifestyle. But then Portugal made, the pride that Hugo has in living in Portugal, but also manufacturing things in Portugal. So let us get changed. Now, we are going to grab something over here because I want to show you different fits. So that was small. This, wait for it. You're going to see a difference. And I'm not cutting because you guys love this stuff. So you can see already a little difference in roominess because this is a size medium. And already it's fitting. See how it fits differently? Even as I put it on. This has a slightly more, it's not slouchy. Slouchy would be the wrong term, but it's roomier. It's got a little bit more room. And I love the fit of this. Now look at this outfit. Okay, now many of you are saying, this is spring. You've got the stone colored, light beige chinos. You've got just a little bit of color going on, David. This is as much as David gets, just saying. And then you've got the nice, crisp, white Sunspell Sea Island t-shirt. Yes, you do. And then you've got this terry, this thin terry. Again, let me show you the thinness of this. I know I'm really hitting this home with the thinness, but this is important because I know you have terry stuff and it's thick. It's sometimes like a towel. Toweling terry, and it could be a little bit, that's how thin it is, very thin, okay? And we like that. So here is let me get up close. Here's the terry on it. It's like a robe. It's like a warm, lovely, and yet cooling hug afterwards. I love this. Now this, again, I keep going back to travels. This is something that I would take to Switzerland. This is something I would take to GoldenEye. Heck, I would take this anywhere. What's great about it is you can crumple it up, which I just had it. You can crumple it up, put it in your bag, and take it out, throw it on. It's a little chilly, throw it on, or you know something? Let's say it's not even chilly. let's just say you want to dress up things a little bit. You're going out to a lunch or going out to a dinner, and you don't want to wear, maybe you don't want to wear a blazer or something like that, but you need to dress up your outfit. This is a shawl collared cardigan, immediately elevates the style and the look. And the way this feels, you may be constantly touching yourself. Keep it PG-13, David. But this really fits the bill. And by the way, that would have been enough. But there's a couple of interesting additions to the line that Hugo has released. Boom. So the Zaritsky shirt now comes in different colors, like this green. I love this green. It's kind of a muted green. It's not overt. Very, very island, very Jamaican. But look at the high biceps on here, kind of higher than mid bicep. You've got the pockets here. You've got these wonderful buttons. And again, this oversized capri collar, which I really love. It kind of stands up on its own. Nice. And this is a size small. This fits me perfectly. All right. I can move around in this very, very easily. No problem moving around. The buttons fit. They're not gaping open, and I love the distance on the neckline. Perfect. And not to be outdone, but let's say you want to take this into a different direction and make it even more of a beach or a pool moment, or dare I say a Bond moment. Watch this. Yeah, you're not seeing things. I feel comfortable enough with you to show a little bit of leg, just a little bit of leg, but he has now paired these with terry shorts. And these shorts are so comfortable that you can see the way they fit. They're not billowy or anything like that. They're not giant basketball shorts. They fit above the knee. But again, I've been wearing these shorts around the house, out on the patio, the deck, outside. These things are so comfortable, made of the same exact terry that you see in the shirt. So the shorts themselves, if you wanted to, you could almost do the Connery thing, but in a green. You could almost, if you're not ready for the full commitment, of a Goldfinger onesie at the Fountain Bleu. I said bleu. Then you could go in this direction as kind of a pool ensemble or a beach ensemble. Could I see this in Goldeneye and Jamaica? Heck yes, of course we could. What's that? You like the traditional light blue that Connery made famous? Oh well, I wish Hugo had done something about that with that color. He did. Okay, yeah, he of course had to do the baby blue, sky blue, whatever you want to call it. And again, this is the same Zaritsky shirt, same exact cut as the dark navy one and the ivory one that's already been available. But now you've got the green, which is right here, which by the way, I flipped to show you how nice and thin it is. Still super strong, double seams, the whole 9 yards, but thin to let you breathe a little bit. This is a size small. These shorts are a size small as well. I've got plenty of room for that island buffet, who knows. Pockets are great, nice and deep to hold whatever you need. There is a back pocket as well for all your accoutrements, but now you've got sort of that onesie type Connery look in what you're doing, but not a major commitment. And you could take off the top, you could take off the bottom, like you could pair this with chinos or jeans, and the bottom you can wear with a different shirt or mix your colors. You could do anything, and still with that Zaritsky inspired, Portugal made aspect to it. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Now, about now in the video, you're saying, David, it's a lot of concepts. It's a lot of new introductions. You've got the cardigans, you've got the shorts, you've got the new colors, all this wonderful Zaritsky inspired things, but that's plenty. That's plenty. And now we'll hit the links below. But wait, there's more. He sent some other things that aren't a part of the Zaritsky inspired line, but still amazing. This is new colorways for the Bellagio. I haven't even opened these up yet, but he's got the light blue Connery. This is the one with the open neck, but it's a polo. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. Wait for it. Fresh. Sealed for your protection. As I throw the plastic over there. So here we go. This is, again, this is the Bellagio, but see, and it's not a deep V. There are some people that don't want a deep neck. They're just, they are. But you've got this wonderful terry, super soft, ridiculous, no breaking in. You've got the wonderful higher bicep. You can even see the length on that puppy. Absolutely beautiful. So for those of you that don't want a capri collar, for those of you that don't want a full button down like this, you can go the terry polo route. There's a lot of different options. But wait, just one more thing. That's it. This I was really excited about. So he wanted to, and by the way, Hugo and I, we WhatsApp each other a lot, at least a couple times a week. He gets these moments of inspiration. A lot of it is looking at old historical fashions and style, and he built a pair of shorts, and we talked about this, but these shorts, look at that. It's like a seersucker short, but it's also a bathing suit. So he's got bathing suits. We have a T-Rex. He's got bathing suits. You've got the eyelets on the back. You've got, again, his signature scalloped pocket there. You've got some handy dandy loops in the front to tighten this, but you've got some, obviously some pockets in the front. But look at these. Okay, these are going to be sort of my go-to. They're light, they're airy. I'm really into the feel of seersucker, especially in the hot weather, but these things are just going to absolutely look at the part. So I'm very excited about all of the offerings. So there we go. Just a few things we wanted to introduce from many of the pieces from the Zaritsky inspired line. They're up in his catalog right now. Again, links are below. I hope you enjoy them as much as I've been enjoying them. I'm going to probably slowly release some images and some videos of me wearing these things at different events, so you'll be able to spot them. And if you like this type of cut, if you like this type of shirt, or if you like that type of cardigan, and you've been sort of itching, just down there, no, itching for something like this, this is what happens. You know, we're fans, right? But it's amazing from a creator standpoint that you could want something that doesn't quite exist and say, you know something, I wish it was like this or that. And then somebody like Hugo creates it. It is kind of a magical style moment. Well, there you go. I'll leave you with that. In the meantime, this has been David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. We'll see you real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching the Bond Experience. If you like what you saw, why don't you subscribe to the channel by clicking this button right here. We'll keep you up on everything new that's happening in the world of Bond. And speaking of something new, here's something new just for you because we know you so well. Talk to you soon.